Hi, Marilyn Harper here. Something within me has shifted this year, and I really want to share it with you. I am wearing a t-shirt it's our Adirondack Company t-shirt that I have not been able to wear for 2, maybe 3 years. You see, I have in the past battled with too much weight, too much fluffiness, lots of programs going on in my head, lots of addictions going on in my body, lots of things. During our last program, our meditation mastery program, 21 Days to Optimal Health, I did all kinds of research on addiction, habits, where those habits are formed in the body, where they're formed in the brain. And I realized that I actually have those habits and addictions. You see, most people, when they think of addiction, they think of drugs or alcohol or cigarettes or something like that. But it's really ultimately much deeper than that. It's about addiction to negative people, addiction to dysfunctional relationship, addiction to being negative yourself, addiction to anger, addiction to responding or reacting in anger as opposed to responding with presence and peace. All those are also addictions. It's about the habit of having a knee-jerk reaction to something instead of really looking at it. It's about the habit of telling yourself stories about something instead of acknowledging the habit that you have formed and then to set about releasing that habit. I have reached a milestone by using my methods and my techniques. For the first time in 5 years, I traveled. I was gone for 2 weeks to Sedona to the Summer Light Conference with Cryon and the Mega Channeling Spectacular, of which I was a channel. Now, first of all, I permanently released another 4 pounds while I was traveling. First time in 5 years. Always before, I would gain weight when I traveled. This time I did not. And I realized that I had, and it's really hard for me to share this with you, I had an addiction or a habit of self-sabotage. I knew that I used to be a crisis-oriented person, meaning that whenever something really great would happen, or I'd receive a lot of money for something, I would create a crisis that would take all that money or cause it so I would not be able to do the best job that I could. I worked on that habit, that addiction, in 2003, 2004. I thought that I'd covered it. I realized when I got to Sedona that it was still there. A bit of a self-sabotage, a bit of, can you relate to that? Anybody have a self-sabotage program that's running? Anyway, we're having a free webinar Tuesday night, Freedom from Addiction and Habits. I'm going to share as much information as I can possibly share with you in an hour and a half, 2-hour time period, and I'm going to activate, yes, activate those parts in your body that control those addictions and those habits and set about releasing them for your own highest good as well as mine. Freedom from addiction and habits. Tuesday night, free. 6 p.m. Pacific time in the USA. Webinars online. No, webinars on air. I know, I have to get it right. I'll see you then.